Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are gorgeous, albeit lean reimaginings of one of the series' most beloved adventures. While some features fans have come to expect are missing, like abilities, breeding, and held items, Let's Go has an admirable amount of depth for a game aimed at a younger audience. Both games may not have the same lasting appeal as previous entries, but revisiting Kanto and catching some of the series' most iconic creatures make the journey worthwhile. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee take you back to Kanto, the home of Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Not much has changed structurally, but the previously 8-bit region has been realized in vibrant detail. Revisiting some of the series' most memorable locations like Viridian Forest and Celadon City on a big screen is an absolute joy. Areas that were once composed of lines and simple shapes are now colorful forests and detailed cities. Pokemon, both big and small, roam the wilds, giving personality to the region. While Let's Go streamlines some of the more vague parts from the originals, like bringing water to the Saffron City guards, the layout of the region and your progression through it is nearly identical. Fortunately, Let's Go shed some of Red, Blue, and Yellow's more archaic designs. For example, HM's hidden moves that allowed you to get past certain obstacles are replaced with secret techniques that fulfill the same purpose but don't take up any move slots. Like in recent Pokemon games, this means you can focus on team composition and complementary movesets instead of figuring out how to divvy up HMs between your party Pokemon. One of Let's Go's most fundamental changes is how you catch Pokemon. Instead of random encounters and wild Pokemon battles of previous mainline games, Let's Go adopts Pokemon Go's catching mechanics. Pokemon roam the wilds in real time, and you have to walk into one to initiate catching it. Let's Go encourages you to catch Pokemon more so than any other mainline Pokemon game, and it's better for it. Sure, catching every single species has always been the overarching goal, but I've never felt more inclined to complete my Pokedex. You don't need to worry about accidentally defeating and therefore failing to catch a rare or one-time Pokemon, and if there's a Pokemon you don't want to catch, you simply avoid it. Yes, that means you can even avoid Zubats. Catching Pokemon is also the most efficient way to level up. This alleviates the need to spend significant amounts of time grinding and makes it easier to experiment with different party compositions. Let's Go also introduces catch combos, which occur when you catch the same species of Pokemon multiple times in a row. As you build your combo, your chances of running into a rare and powerful Pokemon increase. It's great knowing that luck is not the only factor involved when trying to catch a rare Pokemon, and it's very hard to stop when you're deep in a combo knowing something good might spawn. However, the new catching mechanics don't come without issues. The Joy-Con motion controls are inaccurate at best and unpredictable at worst. Over the course of my journey, I never found a reliable way to throw a Pokeball to the right or left. In most cases, I would just wait for the wild Pokemon to return to the center of the screen before throwing a Pokeball, and even then, the ball wouldn't always go where I wanted it to. The Pokeball Plus controller, an optional Pokeball-shaped accessory, is a bit more precise, but because there are only 2 physical buttons on the controller, navigating menus and interacting with the world can be a pain. As novel as it is to see Kanto on a TV, handheld mode is the best way to catch wild Pokemon. You can either use the Switch's gyroscope sensor or the left control stick to line up a throw, and it's much more accurate. Despite changes that make the Pokemon experience more accessible than ever, Let's Go is surprisingly deep. It does an excellent job at easing new players into some of the more complex mechanics without being bogged down by tutorials. Each Pokemon still has 6 base stats and 1 of 25 natures, and the game seamlessly presents all that information to you. Unfortunately, those invested in the competitive side won't have as much to sink their teeth into. The absence of abilities, held items, and breeding limits the potential for highly competitive play. You can farm for Pokemon with higher stats, but even if you do manage to catch a Pokemon with the stats you want, you won't have much to do with it. If you do decide to build a competitive team, the online features are limited. You can trade in battle, and that's about it. There are no ranked battles, the global trade system is non-existent, and there is no wonder trading. The bare-bones trading features may be disappointing at first, but given the smaller roster of Pokemon, I never felt that I needed the GTS or Wonder Trade to complete the Pokedex. However, the inability to matchmake and battle with other trainers online is a bit of a letdown. Despite these concessions, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are delightful reimaginings of the series' origins and a deep RPG in their own right. It makes a lot of smart improvements on the original Red, Blue, and Yellow while holding on to what made them so special in the first place. Fans of the series might be let down by the lack of features they've come to expect, but Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee take the Pokemon formula in some exciting new directions.